We all love and miss tremendously the late Austin Peralta on piano. The Payoff, Satin Lounge.
There's no one there to guide you. I'll take what I have learned. It's falling down inside you.
Larry, this track is probably my favorite. It's so beautiful.
I'm glad you like that song.
What do you remember about Austin? Why did you decide to put him on this track?
Well, Austin was a very good friend of mine. We met, I'd say, around 2009. Just a few years before he passed.
Yeah.
He played in a band with me called the Cinematic Orchestra that I still play with, and he was the pianist for the band for the past 2 or 3 years. So we just got to know each other and had a really good time talking about music and all types of things. And he was a young man, very young, a lot younger than me, and he became just kind of like a little brother to me. On the road, we spent a lot of time together, and he was obviously very prodigious and an incredible talent.
Incredible talent.
And when it came to that particular song, I had written it a while ago, and it had gone through a few different changes. And then when I recorded it. I recorded it without him, so it's not live. I'm not going to pretend that it was. But I wanted something for it, and I wanted a bit of weight to it, and I decided on acoustic piano, and it happened that he was living in New York at the time, and I had just seen him, I think, maybe right before I was going to go into sessions to get some of this production work done. So I asked him to come in and do it, and I showed him the song, and I think I was a little bit nervous about it because I wanted him to be impressed and not be bored with it or something. But I showed him the song with the guitar, and we played through it, and I worked it out. And then I realized that the take that I had actually recorded was a whole half step below in key. So he had to relearn it. He had to relearn it, and everything's on the clock, and this is costing money, and he wants to, get his day going. And so I said, well, you know the song, so just try it. And what you hear is him doing one take of the song. Just playing over it, and he,
just improvising.
Yeah, in the parts where I asked him to improvise, I said, there were a few things where I said I'd really like to hear this here, but and it was more suggestive than anything else. But when it came to the kind of the turnarounds and things like that in the song, I said, here's where I would like a piano solo. And if you listen to the song, he's very languid and quite minimal with it. He brought out, at that point, when you record music, when you write music, I think a lot of artists, you get pretty numb of your own songs. You have to kind of hang on to that initial feeling that you had with the song to know that whether it's truly a good piece of music or not. And he brought that out again for me. I said, wow, he really made this come together.
Just breathed life into it for you. Yeah.
Yeah. And he was supposed to work on a couple other things on the album, but he didn't make it to that point. But
that is beautiful that you captured his essence before he left here. It's in your music. What a beautiful legacy to him. And I'm so happy that you put this in this song. You were able to collaborate together. It is, I think, my favorite song.
Certainly, I'm glad that we were able to get that done, and I miss him very much all the time.
We all do. We all do.
Yeah.
There's one more last song I wanted to play a snippet of from A Hero's Lie. This is Gray, Reverend's sophomore project, or you can call him Larry, tonight in the Satin Lounge. This song is called Belafonte. Am I saying that correctly?
Belafonte, yeah, just like Harry Belafonte.
Oh, like Harry Belafonte. What's the story of Belafonte?
The song is called Belafonte because in the second verse of the song, I say the line is, I'll try to remember it now. Talking about ideas, and I say, but it's when you're on the subway and you're trying to think about an idea, but the idea is on a bookcase in between a magazine beside a quote from Belafonte. And then the chorus of the song is, when the daylight brings you home, I
Right.
hope there's someone that can remember where you came from.
Yes.
So it's basically the idea of the song that Harry Belafonte wrote, the Calypso song, daylight come and we want to go home. That's
see.
where it's from.
I
and no
see.
one has ever figured that out.
Wow, I didn't
think
know
it's
that.
so
Right.
obvious.
Right. Well, take a listen to Belafonte by Great Reverend Satin Lounge.
Daylight brings you home. Someone can remember where you came from. Daylight brings you home. Hope someone can remember where you came from.
Wow. I have a whole new perspective of this chorus. So you wrote and produced All a Hero's Lie.
Yeah.
What did you learn about yourself when you were creating this album, Larry?
I learned that it's really hard to make albums. Once again, I mean, I'm half joking. I think it's obviously difficult to make albums. It's like writing books or making film or any type of art. But I think what I learned the most from it is that you can't take these things for granted, because when I went through a stage in my career, to use the word, where I was quite prolific in writing songs constantly. And I, a lot of the songs that are even on this record, I mean, the song Belafonte, I wrote that song riding a bicycle through Brooklyn.
Wow.
And I've written songs just sitting on the train without any instruments around or anything.
Wow.
And
That's a gift.
maybe there some people that's obvious, but I was just in a state, in a point artistically and creatively where a lot of music and songs and ideas lyrically were just coming to me, and I was able to flesh them out and able to translate them and just get them down just right away. I'll be honest and say that since the album's come out, I've actually had a hard time writing music.
Really? Why?
A lot of it is the problems with my hands have been kind of getting a bit worse, and I've been dealing with that a little bit. And I'm getting older. My perspective on things is different. The way the songs come from how I view myself and my surroundings. And if I don't have inspiration, then I'm not going to write songs just for the sake of doing it. I write songs that I think are good songs. And,
so you're reaching for inspiration. You feel there's a lack of right now?
Yeah, I mean, slightly. I'm not going to completely blame it on that. I mean, myself as a musician and a songwriter have to take responsibility for getting things done right for a little while, because I spent so much time writing and working on and producing your own album. That's also
and you may
that I don't know if I
you
would
may
ever
need
do
that.
again.
You may need that break. You may need to walk away for a moment to regather new experiences.
Yeah. And just find a new way in. Like I said earlier, initially, I've always tried to write music or create music that I'm putting out that is filling some type of gap in the world of music that I feel is there, or I feel like I'm contributing.
That sounds like a lot of pressure.
I think anyone who's seriously making music should have that. I mean, would have that approach to it. I mean, why would you just want to be just kind of copying what everyone else is doing, or being so derivative of something that it... I mean, that's an easy way to make money in music, obviously, but it's not what I'm interested in personally.
Right.
And
you're motivated by the art.
Yeah,
I hear you.
Yeah, exactly. So so I basically don't. I'm not saying like, well, if I never write a song again, it's okay with me. It would be horrible, but I'm not going to force songs out of my mind and out of my daily routine simply because they're songs.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you this, the songs that you've put together will, it'll at least hold our appetite until you come back with more. I found it truly inspirational, and to know the journey that you've gone through in order just to produce it, to make it tangible, is awe-inspiring to me.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
We can download at iTunes, right? Maybe Amazon or iTunes.
Amazon.
All of your digital outlet stores. And keep up with you at greyreverend.com. That's spelled Grey, reverend.com, Satin Lounge.
All E's.
Huh? What'd you say?
All E's.
All the E's.
Yeah.